During the course of this video, we're going to show you how to set up a series of leakage tests, connect an external power source to the 620L, connect the 620L to a device under test, also known as a DUT, run the sequence, and view test results. First, you'll need to power up your 620L instrument. Check to be sure the correct input line voltage has been selected on the rear panel, either 115 volts AC or 230 volts AC. You'll also need to insert the remote interlock key into the signal input terminal on the rear panel. The instrument will not output voltage unless you use this key. This allows the user to wire the instrument to the doors of the DUT enclosure. This is a safe workstation best practice. Connect the power input plug into its socket on the rear panel of the instrument. Connect the male end of the plug to the outlet receptacle. Turn on the power switch located on the front panel of the 620L. On the startup screen, you will see the associated research company name, model number, and firmware version. Press any key to navigate to the main menu. To set up a line leakage test, press the Setup Test key, and then press the File key. You will first need to set up a new file. Press the New File soft key and use the alphanumeric keypad to enter a file name. When finished, press the Enter key. Press the Add key, followed by the Line Leakage key. This will take you to the Line Leakage Parameters window. For this video demonstration, we will set up two line leakage tests. On the Line Leakage Parameters screen, edit the parameters by using the arrow keys and the alphanumeric keypad. The 620L will allow you to simulate fault conditions during a leakage test. Fault conditions include an open neutral conductor, polarity reversal, and an open ground conductor. Fault conditions are designed to simulate worst-case scenarios for electric hazards while the DUT is running. There are a total of 8 different conditions that may be configured. Please refer to your appropriate safety standard to determine which conditions apply to testing on your product. When in doubt, it is recommended that all 8 line conditions be run in a single test sequence. This ensures that all possible test cases are covered. Note the MD or measuring device parameter. This measuring device is designed to simulate the impedance of the human body. Select the appropriate measuring device per your testing standard. You'll also need to set your probe configuration to determine how leakage will be measured by the 620L. There are 3 separate probe conditions associated with different types of leakage tests. In this video, we have set up an earth leakage test with a 100 microamp high limit under normal conditions and a line leakage test with an output neutral fault using the 60601-1 measuring device. Next, we're going to show you how to connect an external power source to the 620L. This will allow you to run power through the 620L to power up to the DUT during the line leakage testing. Then we'll connect the 620L to the DUT and run a test sequence. In order to connect the 620L to a power supply and the DUT, you will need the following accessories: 2 probe cables, a high current input line cable, a high current input neutral cable, a high current output line cable, a high current output neutral cable, a high current ground cable, an adapter box. You will only need to use the high current output cables for the line leakage test if your DUT draws more than 20 amps of current. Otherwise, you can use the line leakage adapter box to simplify your connection to the DUT. We will be using the adapter box to make connections to our DUT. First, we need to connect an external power source for our line leakage tests. Remove the cover plate on the rear panel of the 620L to access the DUT power input connections. These terminals provide the connections from an external power source to the 620L. Use the 2 black DUT input cables to connect to an unbalanced single-phase power source. Warning: be sure that the hot lead of the power source is connected to pin 1, line terminal of the DUT power input terminal block, and the return or low voltage lead is connected to pin 2, the neutral terminal of the DUT power input terminal block. Do not connect a line conductor to the N or neutral terminal of the DUT power input. This condition can be very dangerous to the operator. In this example, we are going to connect to an Associated Power Technologies 6010 1 kVA power source. Note that the 220-240 volt US style line power cord is not suitable to connect to the DUT inputs. Next, we're going to connect to the adapter box. These connections provide power to the DUT during a line leakage test. Connect the adapter box to the line, neutral, and ground terminals on the rear panel of the 620L. To connect the DUT to the 620L, simply plug the Class 1 DUT into the adapter box. Close the DUT enclosure door, stand back and push the test button to run your test sequence. Once your test sequence has completed, use the arrow keys to review your results. Don't forget to visit our website at asresearch.com to find out more information on electrical safety testing.